My name is Judy Oginski, and my husband is Reverend Hot Rod.
Okay.
He's the one with the pink hat on. Yeah.
What's the color of the car?
His car is pink, but today he's driving my Hot Rod because his car was acting up yesterday, and he was mad. I'm not driving my car. So I said,
I thought I heard him over here talking about that. He went to start it a couple days ago, and it gave him trouble?
Yeah. So he drove my car today, and I said, go. So I stayed home with the dogs for a little while, and then I followed him in my daily driver. And so I'm up here, too. And we're with Racers and Rodders for Christ.
Okay,
So
let's get a good shot of that.
We bring Jesus to the car shows, or I could even take the jacket off and you could see the back. But we take Jesus wherever we have to go.
Good for you.
Yeah. And that's like at Autorama, I started asking people, when we'd pass out stickers, and I would go, sir, do you have Jesus in your heart? And they would go, wow, thank you for asking. And I was so surprised that was the reaction.
So I'm guessing your husband, Reverend Hot Rod,
Yes.
got his name from the classic car he has.
Yes, and when he finished that car, and we go to Community Christian Church at Ryan and 18 and a half, and the teens named him Reverend Hot Rod.
Oh.
And so we just let it stick because that's a good
great.
name.
Yeah.
And wherever he goes and he has that pink hat, and if he doesn't wear the pink hat, people don't recognize him. So whenever he wears the pink hat, you waving to me? Oh, whenever we're wearing the pink hat that people don't.
And this
who he is.
event kind of kicks off the classic
Hot
car
rods.
season in Michigan.
Yes.
And thank goodness the weather's finally starting to change. Well, thank you for talking to me, Judy. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'm here talking with Bob and Cynthia, and we're in front of this just amazing looking, I don't know if it's red, if it's orange, but it's beautiful. What kind of car is this?
It's a replica of a 1969 McLaren.
Wow.
I put it together 32 years ago.
Wow.
As you see, it's 32 years old, except new interior.
And did you do all the work?
Yes.
It must have been a lot of work.
Well, I like doing it.
That's
Like working on cars.
How long did it take you to put it together?
About a year.
Is that all?
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. That's a labor of love. Yeah.
Yes. And we like doing the cruises.
Well, one thing's for sure, you're not going to see yourself coming and going with the other cars around here.
No. We did see another one at a Woodward cruise about 2 years ago. But there's not too many around here.
Well, I can testify to that because I've been to the Dream Cruises and I've never seen one like it. It's just gorgeous, too.
Thank you.
Well-
Thank you very much.
Oh, you're more than welcome. Well, thank you for talking to me.
Okay.
Thanks.
And how's it going here?
It's going very well. This event kind of kicks off the custom classic car season in Michigan. And the weather's finally starting to break and everybody's getting rid of their cabin fever and coming out with the classic cars.
Yes.
We're very happy to be here. Thank you.
This is the first outing.
Well, thank you for talking to me.
You're welcome.
Okay, Harold McGraw.
Okay, this is a beauty right here.
It's a 54 Pontiac Chieftain. That's Chief Pontiac on the hood ornament. It does light up.
Wow. Is that what, did they originally come like that?
That is factory. That's an original piece on the hood. Everything in this car is original. Has the original interior.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yep. It's like
I
brand new
love
inside.
the two-tone paint job, too. That's just gorgeous. And bright spring green, just in time for this weather changing.
Yes, it's I'm trying to think of the name of the color. It's Shannon green is this color, and the roof is Brookmere green.
Wow, it's just beautiful. Did you do all the restoration work yourself?
Yes,
Yeah, how long have you had this beauty?
about 20 years.
Wow, how long did it take you to restore
About a year.
Is that all? That had to be a labor of love that fast.
Well, the interior is original, so I didn't have to do anything.
Oh, it was...
And being a mechanic, I did all the engine and transmission, everything myself.
Right.
So I had a friend of mine paint it after I primed it and did the body work, which was no body work. There was no rust holes in it.
And how do you manage to find the original paint colors?
Actually, I took it into a paint shop. I took a piece of the That piece on the hood and trunk is the original paint.
Ooh,
So I just had to match it.
perfect.
Yeah, they did a nice job.
You did a beautiful job with this vehicle. And I don't see many of these cars around.
Very rare.
You know,
It turns out they're very rare. I didn't know that when I picked it up. I found it in Ohio in a barn.
Really?
Salem, Ohio, yeah.
You just happened to find it.
I just happened to find it by accident, and it took me 10 years to get them to sell it. And I bought it. I paid $900 for the car, drove it home, and
Is that
the rest
all?
is history.
Oh, I'm sure it's worth much more than that now.
yeah, I've been offered a lot of money for it.
This is our pastor.
Hi.
Her.
Hi.
So if you want to include him in anything.
Is the pastor doing the blessing?
Yes, he will.
What time does that take place?
That's going to take place at 3 o'clock, about 15 minutes. Yeah, we've had a couple of rain situations where it affected the actual turnout, and we did have to completely postpone one of them because of snow. But if you're going to do it in April, and if you want to kick off the season, that's when you have to do it, and so you have to do it when you can do it. And
So how long have you been involved with the cars, the classic cruisers here?
well, I was on staff for 13 years as Minister of Outreach, and probably the second year that I was here, I thought, we're in the Motor City, okay? And there were a lot of our people that were members of our congregation that worked for GM or Ford or one of the other big three, and so I determined that there was a lot of car interest. Well, that does a lot of things. It can make a nice small group to gather together, and it can also make a nice outreach to have this kind of an activity to bring people from the community in. And so probably for the last, as I said, about the last 10 years, we've been doing 2 shows. We do this one to kick off the season in April, and then we do another show in September, which is our Family Fun Festival, at the end of the season, which is the last Sunday in September. And so we kind of bookend the season, get people kicked off with a blessing, and then send them to their garage to store their cars in September.
Yeah.
So
Well, you've got a really nice turnout today.
yep, beautiful. Yeah, we're averaging somewhere in the neighborhood of 100 to 150 cars per show, and I think we're probably around 110 to 120 today. So.
And just people coming by Ryan are stopping in. They're saying, do we have to be a church member? No, you don't have to.
Yep.
It would be nice, but you don't have to be.
Exactly. That's the same thing with our car club. Half of the people that are in our car club are not members of our church. And so, it works for that as well. So.
Well, Ron, thank you so much for talking to me.
Well, you're very welcome. I enjoyed having you folks here, and hopefully it'll encourage some other people to be a part of our events as well. So.
I hope so, too.
Yep. Nice to have met you.
Same here.
Okay. I've got the correct information now. For a 1960 Buick LeSabre, a free car wash. It was written on the card, and I didn't understand. So, and a 1963 Chevy Impala.
Hiya, Freddie. How you doing? Boy, you found a great way to get high.
I know whose car this is. A 1932 Ford. It doesn't say a blue two-door sedan, but I'm assuming it's a blue two-door sedan. You got a free car wash. You know what they did is they went through the parking lot and found the dirtiest cars.
Okay, thank you, whoever.
On behalf of Holy Cross Lutheran Church, I'd like to welcome all of you here to our annual Blessing of the Rides. I always look forward to this day. It's nice to have some decent weather for you to come out, and it's nice to see the parking lot filled with cars. So our appreciation for your being here and for your support of our Classic Cruisers Club. There is a very, very brief Lutheran prayer that says basically this: Guide us waking, O Lord, and guard us sleeping. that awake we may watch with Christ, and asleep we may rest in peace. And that's sort of the basis of our prayer of blessing for this afternoon. That as you begin another season of cruising and going to shows, that God would certainly guard over you, and He would certainly guide you in your travels.
You can put your hats on to cover up the reflection. So. I'd like to invite the Hable family to join me up here in front of the car.